excited to watch this movie. I was expecting an inspirational film about the plight of failing school systems, and I found it interesting due to the recent teacher strike. However, what I got was really not at all what I was expecting. The movie treated you like a child by spoon-feeding you speculations about unions, and strangely enough had something to say about race relations in an awkward and obvious way. Even the inspirational parts felt fake because it was telling you it was inspirational. Now, Maggie Gyllenhaal was surprisingly annoying, to a point where I almost didn't like her at all. She was the type of mother I hated while I myself was in school. I couldn't feel anything for her. She was supposed to be a fun woman and a wonderful mother, but came off as clingy and forceful. And her being a single mother was supposed to warrant sympathy, but felt more like a cheap gimmick. However, Viola Davis, on the other hand, was well-developed, well-rounded, and overall fantastic character. However, that didn't save the movie completely. The film made unions out to be horrible, heartless people in the most cartoonish and evil way. Holly Hunter's character was used basically entirely for that purpose. The only other character that provided the union's opinion in this film was Michael, played by Oscar Isaac. He was the only real person who seemed to have a legitimate reason as to why unions weren't evil corporations. However, this movie isn't bad because of its stance or views. It clearly has its own view and is portrayed consistently. It's just how they portrayed their dislike for unions could have been dealt with in a much more subtle and adult way. In one scene, they're going to door asking people for support for the new school, and literally everyone turns them down. Then, in a scene almost right after, there are hordes of supporting parents behind them. The door-to-door scene itself was filmed and edited in a very interesting and enjoyable way, but it seemed awkward and disconnected to have the two scenes almost back-to-back. All in all, I would definitely say that this film was not worth the price of admission. When I went to the screening, I was surprised to see as many children as I did there. And overall, this film would be nice to show to children to get them excited about education. But the fact that I recommend it for children and not adults or college students is kind of a bad sign. This film felt a little immature, and moreover, felt like it was spoon-feeding the audience. It made me feel like the filmmakers thought the audience itself was dumb, which is something, as a young adult, I did not appreciate.
Yeah, no, I really did not enjoy this film. In fact, what I thought was interesting, actually, is that when I was sitting there in the theater next to another critic who was younger, and we kind of started giggling at a lot of the parts, like parts that were supposed to be inspirational but came off hokey.
Specifically the ending, which was very hokey. The
ending is just
kind of
like
ruined
another,
the entire movie.
Like, if I didn't think that movie was bad to begin with, the ending made me be like, oh, I hate everything. I have to go home and not ever do anything. Like, it made me uninspired.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the worst. Viola Davis, however, gave a fantastic performance. She's brilliant.
Wonderful.
She's brilliant.
The only part about that movie that was actually inspiring was her acting, and it was the only thing about that movie that was even remotely entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I was so overcome with hatred for Maggie Gyllenhaal that I almost couldn't continue to watch the movie.
You know what? I did say that, like, I almost did hate her, but I think I did kind of over-criticize her a little bit too much, but I just really did not enjoy her.
No, I don't think you did. I don't think that you overdid it at all. I think that you underdid it. I think that she is the driving force behind this film. I love her. I love Maggie Gyllenhaal as an actress, generally. And I think that I don't think it's her fault. I just think her character was poorly written and poorly developed.
Yeah. She was really flat. She didn't even have a character arc.
Right.
At all. It
was bad. It was not a good movie. It's sad. I'm sorry. Whatever.
Not worth the money. What's the most inspirational film you've ever watched? Go to youtube.com/thepriceofadmission and let us know. Check us out on Twitter at POA Reviews. Thanks for watching.